The all-new Curado K. This is the benchmark in saltwater bait casters available now. Comes in 4 models, 3 right hand in various different ratios and 1 left hand in a medium-sized ratio. As opposed to the old Curados, they've jam-packed this full of features. This is an all-new reel, perfect for saltwater fishing. Doesn't matter what you chase, whether it's barramundi, threadfin salmon, snapper, Murray cod, bass. The Curado has got a ratio or a model that will suit exactly what you do. One of the biggest features they've packed in this reel, I believe, is the micro module gear system. We've got a standard gear from the old Curado here and the new micro module gear system. It's much larger. What that allows is much ease of turning when you're lure fishing or even when you hook to a fish. It also has finer meshing gear teeth, which means it lasts a lot longer as opposed to the old gear system that was much coarser, and your gears would get rough over time, especially if you caught a lot of large fish. But having all this extra cranking power, you do need the other features that go with micro module gear so the reel is balanced and does everything right. X-Ship is the next level to go with micro module gear. The pinion gear is supported by 2 bearings, so that way when you're cranking with all that extra ease, the pinion gear is cranking with ease as well. That way them 2 gears are working in harmony and you have a much smoother and much easier to crank reel. But as well as having all this cranking power, you need strength in the body. You have the strength in the gear, you have the smoothness, but you need the strength in the body. That's where the Hagani body, aluminium body, is very rigid. So that way the reel foot is very strong on the rod and you don't get any flex or torsion flex when you're hooked up to that big fish. But you don't want it to be all aluminium because then it'll make the reel heavy. These reels come in at about 215 grams, so they're super light. How they make these reels light is they have the CI4 Plus in the side plates. So you have the aluminium in the reel foot, the CI4 Plus in the side plates. That keeps this reel light yet very strong. So as well as having the cranking power, the lightness and everything to go with it, you do need to be able to cast. I mean, not all of us are the greatest casters in the world, so you need a really good braking system. The Curado K's come with the new SVS braking system. Their brake blocks are actually on a pin in the side plate of the reel, which is easily accessed through one flick for a spring-loaded side plate that takes you to the brake blocks. These brake blocks being on the pin reduces vibration, so there's less noise and it's more balanced. Now with the balance of the brake blocks, you also need balance of the spool. This is where the S3d Spool comes in. The S3d Spool has been engineered to be balanced right throughout the cast despite what RPM the spool is at. Whether it's at the start of the cast where the RPM of the spool is very high, or at the back end of the cast the spool remains balanced with that SVS system and the S3d design. There's also a few other features in this reel which make it even greater, especially for salt water. They've introduced a rubber collar on the bar which helps prevent salt water, and a breakwater system inside the side of the spool which prevents salt water getting into the side of the spool. So Curado K, 6+1 bearings, 215 grams. They all punch 5 kilos of drag with a really good carbon drag washer system. 3 models, 3 different ratios in right hand and 1 model in left hand. It's got to be the reel to have if you are looking for a new bait caster.